Hi everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we shall be discussing about the comma operator. So comma is one thing which we have been using in our coding very regularly, but we have been using it as a separator. Say for example, when I want to create multiple variables at the same time. So normally how do I do it? I say like this, A comma B comma C. So this here, the comma acts as a separator. So that is it's used to separate the first variable and the second variable from the third variable and so on. And also we make use of the comma when we are creating our functions parameters. Say for example, I want to create a function. So I'm going to say void f1, the name of my function. So I'm saying this function takes three parameters. So three integer numbers as its parameter. So I'm going to say int x, first variable, comma, int y, the second variable, comma, int z, the third variable. So like this here, normally what we do in our codes, we make use of the comma as a separator. That is to separate one value from the other value. So now what is this comma as an operator? So how we are going to be making use of this? Okay, so let us say some examples for this. Okay, now, so first I'm going to say int a. I'm going to declare a variable like this. Okay, I have just declared a variable like this. Now, we already know the rules of a variable. A variable at a time can hold only one single value. Okay, say for example, I'm saying a is equal to 10. So what is going to happen? This value 10 is going to go and get stored inside this memory location that is created for the variable a. So it is going to hold the value 10. So next line, when I'm going to say a is equal to 20, what is going to happen here? The previous value of a, that is 10, will now be replaced by the value 20. So what I'm coming to say is a variable at a time can store only one single value. This is the basic rule what we have studied for our variables. So now what I'm going to do is when I am going to give a value for this variable, I am giving the value like this. I am saying first here is my variable declaration. So then I'm initializing the value of the variable. So what is that I'm saying? I am saying int a. Okay, this is my variable declaration as I said. So there you go. And this part is what I'm going to initialize the value. So initialization of my variable. Okay, so now but what is that I'm doing? I am initializing the variable with two values. But I just now told you that a variable can hold only a single value at a time. So now when I print this value, when I'm going to say printf, so I'm saying a is equal to, okay, and I'm printing the value of a. So what value do you think is going to get printed for me? So let us run this program and see what is the output I'm getting. I'm getting the value of a as 10. So here what is that I'm doing is using the comma. Okay, using the comma, I have used it as a separator and I am assigning or I am rather trying to assign values. But which one is my variable a taking? The first value. Why it is taking the first value? Please remember here there are two operators that is being used. This is like an expression and in this expression I am making use of two operators. Now what are the two operators that is used here? One is my equal to. Okay, see what is the statement I have given here? A is equal to, okay, what is that I'm giving here? I am saying A equals to 10 comma 20. So first operator what I have used here is my assignment operator, which is nothing but my equal to. Then I am using the comma operator, that is to separate the values. So two operators have been used in the single expression. So now please remember, whenever you are having multiple operators in a single expression, which one should get evaluated first? How to decide that? Okay, whether it should calculate this one first, whether it should, compiler should take into account my comma operator, or should my compiler take into account the work of my assignment operator first? Which one should be evaluated or executed first? So for that only, we have the concept called as operator precedence. So we call this as operator precedence, or rather to say priority. operator priority. So precedence means priority. So priority means what? Ranking. So each and every operator we have, it has a rank. So here the two operators that I have used here is equal to and the comma operator. So among these two, the equal to operator has a higher priority. So the first preference is given to the equal to operator. And we already discussed about the assignment operator. You remember what is it going to do? Whatever value is there on the right hand side, that value is going to go and get assigned to the variable on the left hand side. So since the equal to has a higher priority, whatever the first value is given here, that value is taken and it is getting assigned to this variable A. And the next value is going to be ignored by my compiler. My compiler is not going to bother about it. It's just going to ignore the rest of the values. Once it is done, the remaining thing is not taken into account at all. So this is the first scenario. This is the first scenario. Now, let us take one more. Let us say one more. In the same example, what I'm going to do is, I am going to put this inside brackets. I'm going to put this 10, 20 inside the bracket. But now, look at the difference in the output. What is the output I'm getting here? 20. Last time, what was the output I got? 10. So, as I put it inside the bracket, the output changes. So, what is happening here? So, I hope you guys remember our school days maths. Okay, the brackets always has the highest priority. Among anything, among any expression you're trying to calculate, okay, the bracket always has the highest priority. So whatever you're placing inside the bracket, that will only get evaluated first. Okay, so the bracket has the highest priority. So that is what is going to get evaluated first. And after evaluating, how is my compiler going to do that? Please remember that after the evaluation, the rightmost value gets assigned to the variable. Rightmost value, or rather to say, the last evaluated value. The last evaluated value is what is going to get assigned to my variable. Now, what do I mean by this? Okay, let us try to understand. So I said first brackets has the higher priority. So equal to will not work first because my bracket is having a higher priority than equal to also. So here what is going to happen? I said the rightmost value gets assigned. So which is the rightmost value? So inside the bracket there are two values. So which is the rightmost or the last value? That is 20. So this 20 is what going to get assigned to my variable. So either you can understand it like this, or please remember, it is going to check each and every value. That doesn't mean that it will skip 10. First, it will check 10. Okay, it will evaluate this. Okay, something is there. It's just a number. We are not doing any calculation here. It is just a number. So this will be checked first and then it will go to the next value. Okay, now this is the last checked value. So the last checked value is what is going to get assigned to my variable. Now, suppose I have some more values. Say I'm having some things like this. Now, so first it will check this, then this, then this, then the last checked value is 78. This is the rightmost value also. So this is what is going to get assigned to my variable. So when I run it, see what is the value of A that is going to get printed. So it is going to be having the value. Let me run it again. Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to be having the value 78 assigned to it. Right, so this is how the comma is going to be used in operators. So the two different scenarios of using the comma. One is without the brackets and other one is with brackets. So when I'm going to use it without the brackets, then the first value is going to get assigned. And when I'm going to put that inside of the bracket, then the last or the rightmost value. Okay, say for example, let me just show you one more small example here. So here I'm saying 1 into 8, comma, 23 plus 56, comma, 74 divided by 2. So all these three are expressions. All these three are expressions. So what is going to do when I run this? So please remember, first my compiler will evaluate this. So 1 into 8. It will be checked and the answer is going to be stored in the same location. Then it is going to do 23 plus 56. Then the answer will be right here. Then it is going to do 74 divided by 2. Then the last evaluated expression is what? 74 divided by 2. And this is also the rightmost value. So this value is what is going to get assigned to my variable A. See what is the output I'm getting. A is 37. So that is what I said. The expression will get evaluated. So the previous time what happened? I just had a direct value. I just gave 10, 20, 30 like that. Direct number I have given. So nothing to evaluate. Directly the number is taken and stored inside the variable. But this time I am giving it as an expression. So it will evaluate this and then whatever is the result of it, that is going to go and get stored inside the variable. So these are the two different scenarios or the situation of how I am going to be making use of the comma. Right. Okay, guys. Thank you.